Hey guys, I'm April from Giggle Glitter Graphics, and today I am making little charms to go into my Dark Forest journal kit. Now I've made a few already. I think I have squirreled about 3 times this morning. This started off as a video about making flips. Then it became a journal about making charms. And then I went upstairs and made a text kit to go, a words kit to go with my Dark Forest journal because I wanted some words. So it's taken me a little bit to get to this point. Now, what I'm going to show you is how I am putting these charms together without using any jewelry making supplies. I do have some supplies, obviously. You need something to make your charms out of. So I've got a needle threader. This is the wire kind, and then this is the kind that came with my embroidery thread kit. I'm going to use this one as well. And then I have embroidery thread. There it is, embroidery thread. And I've got black and purple today. I have a whole kit here. Oop, here it is on my desk. This is a great kit. I got it off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. I'm also using bulb pins. So I have gold and black. These also came in a kit, and there were about 6 colors, I think, included, but I pulled out the gold and black ones, and those are the pins I'm using to put my charms on today. That way I can hook them in and they can dangle either on flips, fabric flips, or off of trims on down the side of the journal, which I think is such a cute look, and I've never done that. And that is my ultimate goal, is to have all that jewelry hanging out the side of this journal. So I'm just super pumped about it. All right. Let's start with getting these beads onto the embroidery thread. Embroidery thread is fairly thick, and sometimes your beads have small holes and you just can't get them in. Like, these are little tiny cube beads. I've used one of these already. So sometimes getting them onto such a thick thread is challenging. So let me get a nice end here. I'm going to cut a good length because working with too short of a length of embroidery thread is incredibly frustrating. I just did it a minute ago, and then I started the whole video over. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to tie a knot, but I'm going to leave a loop at the top. And that is the loop that I am going to put onto my bulb pin. It can be any length. This one's maybe a little long. I'm going to leave it. It's not so bad. So now I need to get some beads on here. So I have found that if I put this little traditional threader through here, and then I can put my thread through this threader. Now the second threader is for when I have trouble getting my embroidery thread through the first threader. So I use the second threader to do that. For very, very small beads, you're going to need to do one leg at a time. So I'm going to get this thread through. I'm going to position, my bead is on my wire threader already. I kind of skipped that step. So the bead's on the threader. Use my second threader to get the embroidery thread through. I want to go towards the end of the thread. This is important. If you go too far towards your knot, you're going to have a bad time. And then you just pull it through and your bead is on. And then I rinse and repeat. So I kind of pull this tight, go back through the hole, put my threader back through my threader. Now, is there a fancy tool out there that maybe does this a little better? I don't know. I don't have it. If you have it, let me know. I'd be really interested in it. And there's my second little arm, and now I can pull that all the way down. Nice and neat. Sometimes your holes are big enough and you can do both of those little legs at the same time. Ooh, those are dark and moody little mother of pearl type beads. Do I have some that are already cut? Where's the end? Those are knotted, and I've never used these. These are brand new strands. Well, guess what? Here we go. Boom. Now quick, get them back in the bag before they end up everywhere. Oh, I squirreled. So sometimes your hole's big enough you can pull both those little arms, little legs, both pieces of thread through at the same time. There, sorry about all the bag noises. So this one's pretty small. I'm going to go one at a time again. And sometimes the bead is small and I can just pop my thread through the threader, but I've done a few of these already and I got tired of working that hard. So, oh, come here, little leg. What happened? I pulled on the wrong one. There we go. All right, get towards the short end and pull it through. And I can feel that one was a little tighter. So hopefully this will work with this bead. I'm sure that there's gonna be beads that are like, no, this isn't happening. I don't want all this stuff. There we go. There's a hawk outside, just talking away. I believe it's a hawk. Tempted to go see what's going on. It's probably some hawk raven drama. All right, short end. Come on, don't break my threader. This is the last one. Oh no. All right, so in this case, it won't go through, right? So we're gonna get clever and pull that back through. I'm gonna pull my thread all the way down, and I am just going to pull that so it comes right up the back, and I'm gonna tie another knot above it. No big deal. This works because this bead is flat. If this were another kind of bead, a round bead, it might be a little less aesthetically pleasing. So your mileage may vary, but that's not so bad. Do I want to add? I'm not going to add another bead. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tassel though. And go like that. And make that one kind of simple. All right, so we've beaded something. Now what do we do with it? I've got a couple of them here. I'm gonna put some beads to the side. So you have a couple of options. I'm working exclusively with these bulb pins today. So I'm gonna get, I've got a gold one, I've got a black one. I know all this black thread and stuff isn't gonna show up really, really well on this black background, but we'll make it work. You can pair these with all kinds of different things. I actually have some leftover netting here. There's some lace and netting. I'm gonna cut off the netting part and make like a scraggly piece. Let's see about, I'm gonna use the black pin. Now just remember, the pin is gonna go through like the pin side. So whatever you want in the front needs to go on first. So let's add a charm too. Sorry, I just, so I've got a bunch of charms over here. I'm looking, and that's what I would put on first. Let's go with this little flower charm, something really small. And I'm gonna put the flower charm on first. Let's find the front of it. Then I'm gonna put my bead on, and then I'm gonna put this fabric on. I think I might like double this over so it's a little more fluttery. Now definitely it's black tulle, so come on, through the holes. Now I've got this fun little scraggly charm. There we go. To go on my journal. So let's see, what else have I done? So I've got charms on all of these, and honestly, I like that I have charms on all of these. So I have an owl with a bead. So let's get into the words. So I'm using my Dark Forest text kit. Charms everywhere. I'm gonna show you these pages really quickly. And they come in 2 sizes. I have this small size, 2 different fonts, and then you get 4 different backgrounds. So there's a different font with a different background on one page, and then I did do some plain backgrounds on another page. Those are the small ones, and then I made big ones. So you have these pages of really nice big text to work with. I love big text. It makes me happy. So I'm working with the small words today, and I did print on the back of this sheet. These are all printed on cardstock. I like them to be heavy duty because I never know what I'm gonna do with them. Printed on cardstock, printed one of the Dark Forest papers onto the back so that they are finished off. Obviously I did not do that here. This was my tester. And then I was like, oh, I need to print on the back. And so I made another one and I printed on the back this time just so it would have a little something back there. So got my words. And I think I'm gonna pick, I haven't used this font yet. So how about, I'm just gonna cut right down the middle. And then I'm gonna do Veiled Illusions. I'm just gonna cut that one off. Got the words, there we go, Veiled Illusions. So I could, if I wanted to, and I just wanted like the word illusions, I could cut that right in the middle. I think I want to use the whole thing though. So I'm going to trim that right there like that. I'm going to grab some ink and do the edges. And then I'm not gonna do a grommet on this one, an eyelet on this one. I did an eyelet on the first one, and I decided that I'm not in the mood to eyelet today. I think we're gonna make, nope, order of operations. Okay, so this is my crocodile. I'm gonna set this, I was aggressive. I'm gonna set this to the 1/8 inch hole setting. If you have a hole punch, use that by all means. You don't need a crocodile. I like the crocodile, but it's not a necessary piece of equipment. I'm going to punch my little 1/8 inch hole. And then I'm going to cut off the extra material after I have that hole on there. Toss that to the side and ink up that end. This is where you could put an eyelet in. I don't have 1/8 inch eyelets, so I'm going to just leave it be. I've got my gold pin. And I want to decide what's going to go first. In this case, it's my text, so that when I pin it in, that is on top. And then I'm going to add my beads behind that. And there we've got a little Veiled Illusion charm. This one gave me some trouble tying it. I made the string too short. Lesson learned. So you can learn from my mistakes. I sat down. This is the first time I have sat and made a bunch of little charms like this. It's going to be the first time I've done a journal with little charms hanging off the side. I am going to make a few more of these, but I thought I would show you what I used, what mistakes I made. And that way, maybe you would be inspired to make your own charms as well. If you're interested in the Dark Forest journal kit or any of the other, let me reach, or any of the other items in the Dark Forest journal collection, you can find that link that goes to my Etsy shop down below. These are printables. And I need to, my camera's a little close today because I was working with such small things, but this is my journal that I'm making with those kits. I've done a little work in here already. You might have seen some of these videos with some of the work that I have done. There we go. So check out the other videos. Check out my Etsy shop. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.